Hello there guys, it's Stephen here back with another video. How are you all doing today? I saw some news today on Twitter that made me feel a little bit sad and thought I'm going to have to make a video about this later. Brahim Diaz could be leaving Manchester City next summer. That absolutely fills me with fear because Brahim's been my boy for about 3 or 4 years now. He's a fantastic young talent, one I've got so much faith in. And the idea of him leaving Manchester City, well, that genuinely terrifies me. That's something I just do not want to happen, full stop. Anyway, before I go too far, don't forget, if you are new to this channel, click that subscribe button so you get loads of daily Manchester City news and content, all this kind of stuff. If you like City, you'll like this channel essentially, so subscribe now. But anyway, back to Brahim. Yes, the rumours came out today from Jose Alvarez saying he hasn't yet agreed terms with the City, and also he hasn't really negotiated his contract. And at the moment, it doesn't kind of look likely. As of January onwards, he cannot start to kind of negotiate with other clubs as well because he'll be free transfer 6 months from then. So basically, it's kind of in his hands now, if we're being totally honest. And this is a little bit worrying given the fact that Brahim hasn't had much game time and probably won't have much game time anytime soon. Now, I've got to add some context to this. I actually have no doubts that Brahim Diaz loves playing for Manchester City and that he loves living in Manchester. I happen to have met his family a couple of times at academy games. They're absolutely lovely. They all live over here now. They're so nice. His dad kind of does a lot of stuff around City as well. And Brahim also has a bit of a Manc accent himself. He's such a nice lad. He loves playing here. Also, his agent is Guardiola's brother. There's loads of reasons for him to stay at Manchester City. But at the same time, he's 19 years old now. He'll be 20 at the start of the next season. He's looking at Sancho, obviously younger than him, playing regularly for Dortmund, probably thinking, I could do with some games here. And I wouldn't begrudge him that at all. He hasn't gone out on loan anywhere, so he's just kind of sat around now, hoping to get 5-10 minutes here and there. Brahim is an exceptionally talented youngster, and for me, it doesn't come back to the whole Foden or Brahim thing. It should be both of them, in my personal opinion. They're both different, but both bring loads of ability. The problem is, he's got Mahrez, Sane, Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, Bernardo Silva, all these top quality players ahead of him to get in games, and it's just so hard for him to even get on the bench, never mind getting the actual game time off the bench or on the pitch in the first 11. It's just incredibly hard for him. I don't really blame Guardiola on that front because it is hard to give these young lads a game when you've got a squad like that. Having said that, you could have said, well, maybe we didn't need to sign Mahrez given that we got his talent there. But what big coach is going to turn down a player like Mahrez when they get a chance to sign him? No one's going to do it. So you kind of also don't begrudge him that, really. But it doesn't mean it's perfect for Brahim Diaz. And Brahim, at some point, does have to look after his future. And I would not blame him at all for leaving Manchester City. I hate saying that because I think he's prodigiously talented. I think he's the kind of player that could be worth a hell of a lot of money in 2 or 3 years if he gets first-team football somewhere. He does need first-team football now because his development could start to stall hugely if he doesn't get games eventually. I want him to stay at City. I want him to find some way to make this work. But at the same time, I wouldn't blame him. Now, apparently, loads of big clubs are sniffing around him. I would not be surprised if there's a whole host of Spanish clubs who want him. Like Real Madrid probably want him. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if he went somewhere he'd actually get game times. Someone like Germany or something like that. Or maybe he would go to Spain, but to one of the smaller clubs. Somewhere who'd actually play him and give him his prodigious talents the showcase that they deserve. Do I think he'll leave? Possibly, even being honest. Obviously, it won't be till next summer if it does happen. But I think it's possible. Though he could do that whole thing that a lot of youth academy graduates do where they sign a contract then go out on loan somewhere for a couple of years. But I think he's wary of getting caught in this loan carousel that seems to plague young players these days. A lot of players kind of get stuck in loans and never really get a chance to then show it in the first team what they've learned out on these various loans. And Brahim will be cautious about doing that because he's too good for that. He's currently up for the Golden Boy Award in Europe and he's actually been whittled down past 2 stages now. And rightfully so because he is that good. He's hugely valued back in Spain and for good reason. He's one of the only overseas players, Spanish overseas players a few years back. He was playing for the Spanish youth teams. They tend to just stick to the whoever plays in Spain plays for the youth teams policy, but they broke that for Brahim Diaz, and obviously others have followed like Pablo Maffeo since then, but they like him a lot over there and they have so much faith in him, and obviously loads of clubs are sniffing about him when we signed him. He's quality. Yes, he's rough around the edges and a little bit raw, but what young attacking midfielder stroke winger isn't that raw at that age? He needs game times now to start to learn how to be around the first team, how to express his talents and show what leadership and drive he's got on the pitch. But I do worry if he's going to get it. I'm sorry, but 10 minutes against whoever will be some team that will bat in 6-1 or a League Cup star here and there, it just isn't enough for him in my personal opinion yet. He may disagree, and fingers crossed he stays at Manchester City, but at the same time I would not be surprised if he did leave. It'd be a big shame as well because he's so good. I don't want to see all these young players just leave. At the same time, if he does leave, it would go in my blessing. I totally understand his move. It wouldn't be greedy in my personal opinion. It'd be understandable given that he has to look after himself at some point. And he has hung around and given a bit of a fair crack of the whip, but he'll be only so long that he can look at these players around him who are starting to make inroads into the career and not be jealous. And that would be understandable too. If he does go when the end of summer, he goes with my blessing personally. Hopefully though, City can get him to sign a new contract and start to show some progression in terms of his chances at City, or a very good loan move somewhere where he can start to build a bit of a name for himself. Like, Manu Garcia is now playing at a good level for Toulouse in League One, and in my personal opinion, Brahim's got even bigger talent than that, so hopefully he'll be getting some football somewhere soon, because that's all I want in general. I want these young players to get a good career in the game somewhere and not waste their talent. If it's at Manchester City, perfect. If not, it's somewhere else. That's still good for me, in my personal opinion. Anyway, guys, what do you make of the Brahim Diaz news? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget, if you are new to this channel, subscribe and check out the video I made a couple of days ago where I learned 5 things from the Newcastle game. Anyway, guys, I will see you soon in a bit.